pretty good about yourself.
That's the main theme of The Godfather.
Gotcha. On a melodica.
The melodica, yeah.
Okay. It's interesting.
It's so fun. So fun.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures. Great Measures.
I'm gonna get back to Iron Maiden today. Gonna do a...
Up the irons, bro.
Yeah. Song is called The Trooper. It is originally from 1983's album called Peace of Mind. This is a live version from the... We're gonna let you watch the video. This is a 2001 festival called Rock in Rio. I'll give you a little bit of background on the song. It was written by bassist and founding member Steve Harris. The song is based on the charge of the Light Brigade at the Battle of Balaclava, 1854, which took place during the Crimean War and inspired Lord Tennyson's 1854 poem of the same name. The track has been the subject of much praise, harmonizing riffs, probably the most famous of their harmonizing guitar riffs. So cool. It's a kind of a high energy song, fast paced, got the galloping riffs that they're known for.
Galloping riffs. Mm-hmm. I like that. Baklava. Is that right? That's
well, baklava is a dessert, but it's spelled B-A-L-A, like balaclava.
Balaclava?
I guess. Help us out. I don't know. I don't know much about the Crimean War.
Baklava. Yeah, well...
Or Lord Tennyson.
I know a little bit about Tennyson.
I figured you did.
Name of the song again?
The Trooper.
The Trooper. Off of Peace of Mind.
Yep.
Iron Maiden.
Yep.
Not Celine Dion.
Not Celine Dion this time, no.
Okay.
Ready to roll?
Okay.
Let's do it. Proceed, Judson.
Here I go.
Into the valley of death rode the 600. Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, volleyed and thundered the Trooper! hero steering up to fight. When a rush against the hidden sight, he pulls the trigger and a feel the blow. A burst of music for hope to know. And as they're even gazing at the sky, bodies numb, floating dry. As I make forgotten hand alone, without a tear to my body glow. Come on!
How you feel about
How do I feel? I like that question. How do I feel about it? You know?
it? Is that not the right question?
No. I mean, most people are either
Did you like it or didn't you like it?
sight. No, most people are either sight people, hearing people, or feeling people.
Oh,
So
okay. I got
you say, "I see what you mean," or "I hear you," or you can always tell what kind of person relates in their memory to things more. Whether it's
Yeah.
they see. If I ask you to picture a memory, it's either a photograph. Most people are 75% of people are that, and then another, I think, 15% of people are they hear what they heard, you know, and then other people are how it made them feel. But anyway,
Gotcha.
it's just one of those things. Does that the whole song, except for when on the chorus.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool riff.
The Fender guitar sound is so cool.
The what?
To me, Fender.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're all playing Strats. They're all playing Strats. I think on that.
Yeah, I think so.
I like the dual guitar solo.
Yeah, yeah. It's so unorthodox, I think, but it's
They follow each other for a second,
Yeah.
and then but then they're still staying in the same fretteral area
sure. Yeah, makes sense.
without having to, like, one dude's bending a note for a minute while the other guy's cut, but they're still in that same vicinity. Which is pretty cool, you know. Like, you know, I guess they sort of would discuss that, like stay in this area, but I dig it, man. I know we go over the names of these guys and get them wrong half the time. The dude with the black Strat, the guy that focused more on, I dig that. I dig that guy's style, man.
Okay.
The guy who
Yeah.
kind of comes in. The lyrics are pretty straightforward. Just about a nameless trooper going into battle and getting his horse shot out from under him, and then he dies.
Yeah.
I like that kind of subject matter.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not familiar at all with that war in particular, but
I started reading a little bit about it the other day, somewhere, and I can't even remember something. I don't want to sit here and try to speculate. But you know, war is bad either way you look at it. People are just getting killed. I do like the image of someone shoots at him, but he'll run you through. You know, they had their bayonets on their muskets. I guess he said musket maybe in the lyrics.
yeah, you fire your musket, but I'll run you through.
You gotta get close to somebody to kill them with a blade.
Yeah.
That's a personal way of doing murder.
It is. It is. I guess it's not really considered murder in war, though, is it?
I mean, That's what they say.
Sure. Yeah.
But war is just one big mass murdering thing for whatever reason.
Yeah. I'm always torn with Iron Maiden and how I approach showing them to you because, you know, my personal experience was hearing the studio versions first. And I know that a lot of people say, you know, they're so much better live than they are studio-wise. I mean, I think that they're both great. I think live versions are awesome and studio versions are awesome. So I always feel like I'm letting somebody down. Like if I'm not, I don't know if I'm selling you or I'm not allowing you to get the full experience if you're only listening to the live albums or the live versions. So I don't know. I really don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I kind of get torn when we do Iron Maiden because of that reason.
I think there's a big...
Because the first one we ever did was Hallowed Be Thy Name, and we did the studio version, and everybody was like, nah, you got to listen to the live version.
Well, so, it seems like out of a lot of these bands that I've noticed, Iron Maiden has more of a... Because Bruce is such a showman.
Yeah.
You kind of got to see him do.
And
this.
they all are really, but he takes the stage.
But him standing there literally with that big ass flag, you know, and I mean that there's something in that. So and plus the way people respond, the crowd responds to him. It's like every song they're just. I would say that on something like Fish, if I were going to show you a Fish song, I'd have to show you a live version.
Sure.
Because that's a huge part of how they exist. Without that, nobody's buying Fish. When's the last Fish?
Well, that's what very, very, very small bit about Fish that I know is like I don't even know studio albums existed for Fish.
A lot of Fish people haven't heard their studio albums, you know, because it's not about it's more about going, and a lot of people are kind of, and you can see that with Iron Maiden. Whatever song's coming next. Yeah. Whatever.
It does not matter.
Does not matter. And if any of the other...
They could have played Happy Birthday, and that crowd is
and they'd been like, did you hear him?
Yeah.
Play Happy Birthday Night. So I at least from the Big Four or whatever you talk about, and I know that people go see Metallica and they have a big crowd, but they got studio stuff that
yeah,
you know,
yeah, for sure.
Nobody ever told me listen to Nothing Else Matters.
The live
version
sure,
here. And of course, like something like the S&M stuff, but with that symphony, sure.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody been saying, hey man, you been seeing what they just been doing? I'm sure it's great, like the crowd participation. But with Iron Maiden, it seems a little different.
Yeah.
It seems their music, how it moves, like you said, galloping, it lends itself to this exciting thing. And even when they're going into their atmospheric stuff, it just seems like the crowd is more participatory in their listening.
Yeah. And then the way, you know, I just like that version particularly because the crowd volume is up as well, and you can hear them singing along with Bruce. I enjoy that aspect of live stuff for sure.
Yeah, he just does so good at getting them into it that the song takes on a completely different feel. Whenever the crowd is so into it, it just pushes it. When you are galloping like that, it's the crowd that pushes it along. Yeah.
Well, there's an interview. It's from a documentary from like the mid 2000s, 2007, 2008. The documentary is called Metal: A Headbanger's Journey, and the guy who is like the host of the documentary or whatever, his name's Sam Dunn. He does an interview with Bruce Dickinson in the documentary, and he talks about shrinking the venue down, like obviously like metaphorically or figuratively shrinking it down, but he talks about taking the person that's at the very, very, very back of the venue, and I don't remember how exactly he puts it. It's been a while since I've seen that, but he talks about shrinking it down enough to where that person gets the same experience that the person at the front does.
Yeah. That's what I feel when I go see the music that I like to, and I keep referring to Fish, and the only reason I do that, they've been around a long time.
Sure.
And they've got a huge following. I don't know about huge, but the people that are into them are it's just like the Grateful Dead. Anything like that where the live music becomes the thing. You know, the live experience is the reason you like the band. And that's why I think I warm up to Iron Maiden a little more, is because of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you know, if you can see that dude looking at you, you know, boom. It's done. The neurons are connected and the whole pathway is made. But that's if you do that. I mean, anybody can go up and play music in front of people and hope that their music appeals to somebody and moves them. But if the crowd is already moving to it, and then you give it to them and let them kind of take it.
Yeah, that anticipation builds and builds and builds,
and then you let the crowd kind of take it, and then you just kind of react to that. That is the vibration of life. That is all there is, or that is where, you know, where the knower becomes the thing that's known, and becomes the knowing, all in one thing. Yeah.
Good. Glad you like it.
Yeah, Iron Maiden really has a way of doing. You know, they're not just excited to be there. They're there because you're seeing them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. Good. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was The Trooper from Iron Maiden from 2001 festival Rock in Rio.
Sure was.
We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures.
Hope everybody has a wonderful day.